I'm Geena. Today we're going to be doing an upper body focus series. We're going to include some bridging and also back extensions, working that upper body, working your arms, adding in those glutes, a lot of core focus as well throughout our series this morning. We are going to be using our squeeze ring. It is 4 pounds and weighted, and you can squeeze it in for that extra burn. So that being said, let's get started. You're going to meet me sitting up nice and tall, holding your squeeze ring at your chest. Slightly just press on the ring and let it go. Sitting up nice and tall, tuck your belly button in towards your spine. Breathe. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. You have 8, 7, 6. Exhale, squeeze. 5, 4. Core is nice and tight. 3, 2, and 1. Hold that ring out away from your chest, holding it up. Shoulder height, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your tailbone under. Slowly rolling everything down, one vertebrae at a time. Think lower back, middle back, upper back, coming down to the mat. Lift that ring up over your head. Feel your upper core engage here. Press your lower back onto the mat. Slowly peel it right back up, upper back. Nice and slow. Middle back, lower back. Stopping at the top. Once you get to the top, you give that ring a squeeze. Again, going right back down, tucking your toes. Flexing your toes. Tuck that tailbone, upper back, lower back, middle back, upper back. Bring that ring overhead. You start to lift upper back, middle back, lower back. Again, squeezing at the top. Breathe. Slowly inhale as you lower it down. Nice and slow. Feel that core engage. This next one, when you get to the top, you bring your ring in towards your chest. Squeeze. Twisting towards one side. Come back through center. Extend it long. You lower. Again, keeping that nice slow count, keeping that core engagement here. We twist it to the other side this time. Squeeze, bring it in towards your chest, drop your shoulders, and twist. Start to feel those obliques working. Keeping that core engaged. Keep that pressure on that ring. Squeeze 1 inch harder as you press it out. Slowly lowering it right back down. Last one here, coming all the way up. Squeeze that ring, press it in, twist, come back through center. Slowly roll all the way down. Meet me back on the mat. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen your body long. Slowly exhale, readjust your body here. Knees come into a tabletop position. Holding here. Holding the ring, open those palms, fingertips towards the ceiling. Slight press on the ring, tuck your tailbone under, lower back to the mat. Holding that squeeze, squeezing into that ring, tap your right toes down. And lift, left toes tap. And lift. Keeping pressure on that ring is key. Don't let those arms go here. Keep them engaged. Feel those shakes in your arms already. Breathe. Last 4. Tuck that tailbone under, lower back, press down onto the mat. Last 3, 2, and 1. Holding the ring here. Straighten those legs up towards the ceiling. You're going to lower your arms down to the mat as you drop one leg down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, switch. And lift those arms. It's a slow switch here. Try to keep that tension on that ring. Whole body should be shaking. Last 4. Squeezing your core. 3. Last 2. Last one here. here. Lower everything, hug everything in. Whew. Feel that core burning, body is shaking already, you guys. Take a nice big inhale, lengthen arms and legs. Tuck your tailbone under, legs are long, arms are long, double leg stretch. Exhale, tuck it in, pressing on that ring, feel those arms burn. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift your chest to meet your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Breathe. Keeping your lower back pressed down onto the ground. Last 4. Last 3. Can you give me an extra pulse on that squeeze ring as you tuck it in? Last 2. Pulse. And last one. Slowly lower everything down. Let those knees rock side to side. Whew, feeling the burn. All right, we go right into that bridging series here. Plant your feet on the mat. Ring is in your hands to start. Just gonna start by slowly tucking your tailbone, peel your spine up off the mat. Slowly lower it down. Inhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Again, feel your spine rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Lowering right back down. Press through your heels, wiggle your toes here. Breathe. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. We hold it up at the top. Last one, holding all the way up. Pressing in on that squeeze ring, keeping a slight bend in your elbows here. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Lower that ring to tap the ground above your head. And lift. And lower. And lift. Breathe. Try to keep your fingertips long. Try not to grip that ring too hard here. Focusing the weight on your biceps. Breathe. Core is tight, glutes are tight. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, hold that ring towards the ceiling. Walk those feet in if you need to. Squeeze. Just give me a tiny pulse on the ring with those arms. Tiny, tiny pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding onto that ring. Elbows go wide. Bring that ring to your chest. Squeeze it at the bottom. Hold that tension. Lift. Lower. Squeeze. And lift. For that chest press for 8. Breathe at 6. Last 5. Notice the difference as you bring that ring to your chest and squeeze at the bottom rather than when we were squeezing at the top. Still feeling that upper body work. Squeeze those hips 1 inch higher. Breathe. Last 2. Last one, holding that ring up. We go into single leg marches, so fingertips are long, holding that ring. Tiny lift of that leg, and lower, left leg lifts. And lower, start to add that ring. Your leg lowers, your arms lower. Leg lifts, your arms lift with that ring. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Breathe. Try not to sway your hips too much here. Squeezing that core. Lift your hips 1 more inch, you guys. You're doing so good. Last 4. Last 3. Can you put some pressure on that ring? Last 2. Last 1 on each side. Holding it here. Lower those arms, bring them back up, placing that ring on your hips. We go into that bridge with that ring, adding a little weight here. Arms can be long towards the ceiling or down at your sides. Just adding that little weight onto your hips for that bridge. Breathe. Last 4. Really squeezing your glutes at the top. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, holding at the top here. Just hold, squeeze your hips 1 more inch. Making sure that ring is staying nice and still there. You lift onto your toes and lower and lift and lower. Breathe. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze that core. Everything is shaking at 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding it here, walk those knees right back in. Ring comes back to your hands here. Breathe, slowly lower everything down, tuck those knees back in. 1 final time. Rocking side to side, roll out that lower back. You guys are doing such an amazing job. Slowly rocking yourself up to a seated position. We're gonna come onto your stomach here. We're still using that ring, but we're gonna put it off to the side just to start to get those back extensions nice and warm, get your back warmed up here. Arms are in a goalpost position, gaze is down at the mat, lowering everything down. Lift into that Superman, slowly lower. And lift, and lower, and lift. Think about squeezing your belly button up towards your spine. Last 4, 3, 2. Last one, lower everything down. You're gonna place your hands down on your forehead. Feet are together, toes are pointed, legs are nice and long. Lift and lower. And lift and lower. Think about pressing your belly button up towards your spine. Just using those muscles surrounding your lower back to lift your legs rather than just squeezing those glutes. By focusing on using those lower back muscles, that's going to help you strengthen your lower back, reducing tension, reducing any pressure you might feel. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last one, lower it all the way down. Shake out those ankles, shake out those toes. You grab your squeeze ring, placing it right in front of your head. One hand rested, other hand rested on top. Gaze is down. Let your head hang down to the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, press on that ring. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Feel that press in your triceps. Feel those lats, your upper back working. Last 4. 3. Try to press your shoulders away from your ears. Last 2. Last one. Lowering it down. We add in those legs. Pressing on the ring, lifting your legs and lower. And lift. Your chest is not going to go as high as it did without your legs. So just know it's a small range of motion, working all of the muscles through your arms, down your back here. Last 4, 3, last 2, last one, lowering it down, Shake those arms out for just a minute. One more variation on your stomach here. You're gonna press down on the, move the ring over to one side of your body, pressing down with one hand. Other hand can either be at your side or forehead rested here. You're gonna press on that ring with that hand, opposite leg lifts. Press and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Breathe. Feel your body working in opposition here. Last 4. Feel that arm burning. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Lower it down. Roll that ring over, other arm. Placing that hand on the top of your squeeze ring. Opposite hand can be rested under your forehead. Press and lift. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Breathe. Really press as you lift your chest up. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Slowly lower it down. Whew. Shake out those arms. Stretch your body nice and long. Slowly coming up into that kneeling push-up position. Just going to take a few kneeling push-ups here. Inhale, core comes towards your spine. Slight bend in your elbows, slowly lower it down. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press, keeping that nice long diagonal from the tip of your head all the way down to your knees. For 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1, hold it down for 4, 3, 2, and coming up, sink back into your child's pose. Reach those arms long. I hope your arms are burning as much as mine are right now. Whew. Coming up onto your knees, final section here. We're gonna finish out with that upper body burn. We came here for a reason. Tuck your belly button to your spine. Core is nice and tight. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Elbows are wide. Slight pressure on that ring, not a full squeeze. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, pressing in towards your chest. Inhale, press it out. Exhale, pull it in as you squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, trying to keep that pressure. 3, last 2, last 1, holding it out. You twist, pretend you're driving a steering wheel here, twisting that ring up towards the ceiling, down towards the mat. Feel that rotation in your shoulders, keeping that slight bend in your arms for 8, 7, 6, don't let your arms drop from shoulder height. 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1, holding it out here. You lift your arms, coming in to a nice little diagonal here. Slight hinge at your hips. We go into that tricep overhead extension. Elbows stay in towards your head. Slowly lower down, pressing on your squeeze ring. Inhale, lift. Shoulders drop down away from your ears. Exhale, lower. And lift. Breathe. Last 4. Can you press on that ring a little bit more? Last 3. 2. Last 1 here. Pressing it up, hold that ring above your head. This is how we finish. Tiny pulses, you pulse it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here, squeeze it in, hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, yes you can, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that ring down, shake your arms out, roll out those shoulders. Oh my gosh, you guys did such an amazing job. I hope you enjoyed today's little upper body focused flow using your squeeze ring.